Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It has been a hot minute, Jacob. I don't know about you. It's been
It has been.
8 months. It's been since we've done one of
That's
these.
that's crazy. 8 months.
I just want to say I apologize in advance. We take hiatuses. We don't take that long of a hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah. The long and the short of it, we're sorry. We will never take that long of a hiatus ever again.
Yeah.
And
That's
it
bad.
feels
8 months is
feels
bad.
good. It feels good to be back.
Yeah.
So
Let's try not to pull another Roman Reigns.
that is true.
It is what it is.
Let's not waste any time. Let's get right back down to business. Unfortunately, Yankees fans, shield your ears because we have to talk about it. The absolute disgrace of a baseball series against the Toronto Blue Jays. This has to have been one of the worst series I've seen the Yankees play all season.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'd say the other series in Toronto was worse when they got swept in 4 games. But yeah, the third game was maybe some of the sloppiest baseball I've ever seen in my life.
It was
nobody,
awful.
nobody gave a crap.
And no one could feel the baseball. It was horrible to watch.
Like
And
Jason Dominguez is flailing his arms in the outfield. It makes no sense.
Cody Bellinger pulls a Jarren Duran and can't track a fly ball. Anthony Volpe is lobbing the ball to freaking Ben Rice, who drops the ball. It was just a cacophony of suctitude and incompetence from the Yankees in that third game. It was horrible, straight up.
Yeah.
And people were right. The Yanks had a 7.5 lead, and it's already gone. And now they're what, 4 back of Toronto?
4.5 back. Yeah, the Blue Jays did
4.5 back.
They won. Blue Jays won yesterday, so it's half a game.
Yeah, so 4.5 back.
Even better, the Yankees have another tough series coming up starting tonight against.
Good. I'm glad that you brought that up because we're not going to waste any time. We're going to segue right into the next topic, and that is the preview of. This is the series that I like to call "Can They Both Lose?"
Two favorite teams, huh?
Well, that would be the Atlanta Braves if you're going to be. That's Phillies. Braves is the ultimate. That's the Hitler versus Stalin. This is just can they both lose? Because I have to deal with either the Phillies winning or Yankee fans being loud and obnoxious. So it's really a pick your poison situation. But from what I've read, the pitching probables are what a first game tonight you're going to see. Taijuan Walker versus Will Warren.
Will Warren's either going to throw 5 to 6 shutout innings, or absolutely get shelled in the first 2 innings. So
there's really no in between.
It's really pick your poison for him. Also,
you put that into perspective, you're going to be seeing a lot of the same. And game 2, Ranger Suarez versus Marcus Stroman.
So that should just be Phillies. That should just be all Phillies. If I'm being quite frank, Stroman is horrible.
You would think that, but Ranger Suarez has not looked very good over the last, couple of games.
Yeah, but the Yankees can't touch a pitcher who throws like slow as can be. So he'll find a way to dot change up somehow.
And the third and final game, we do get a good pitching matchup. Unfortunately, it is on my graduation party, so I will not be attending this game. It would be cool to see Zach Wheeler, though, against Carlos Rodon, even though I hate both teams. But that is Sunday's matchup. Those are your pitching probables for the Yankees. Now, moving on to the other side. Stroman has been solid is coming back. What are you talking about?
It's Marcus Stroman. He's bound to start being horrible again.
Define solid.
He had the one good start against the Braves. That's the only thing I look at, really.
He did not play well against the Mets. Speaking of the boys and queens, let's not waste any time and jump right into the next topic of our show, and that is the Mets have been rolling 4 straight wins. They sweep the Angels. I mean, the Angels are not really that good of a team, but they're not a bad team by any means. They did take a series from the Phillies. They've been playing good baseball up until that point. But overall, I would say a pretty solid series. I mean, dreadful series against Cincinnati Reds. I mean, you probably could have swept these. Tommy says 2.45 ERA and 3 starts is coming back. So
it's that's good. That's obviously great numbers for Stroman, but if he needs to continue that, I need to see another great start for me to become a little more confident.
It's not ideal, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Because Stroman's obviously he'll start fine.
Well, obviously, we'll get into the deadline later, but if the Yankees can get an arm that replaces him in the rotation, maybe move him to the bullpen for he can throw a couple innings here and there. Then
All right, can you let me talk about my boys for 2 seconds? Thank you.
I don't like talking about them, but go
Well,
ahead.
I like to listen to your Yankee crap, so let me talk about my crap. Speaking of which, I just want to say the retirement ceremony on Saturday was absolutely fantastic. And I spent way too much money at Citi Field. Like I got this tarp right here. Nice little $55 Mitchell and Ness tarp at the team store.
Definitely could have bought that for like $30 if you waited another.
They're not
week,
selling. They're not reselling these. These were only like a Citi Field thing. Finding them was an absolute mosh pit. I think we take 2 or 3 from the Phillies. Don't care about little brother, New York, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, who gives a fuck? who cares? But either way, a very solid series, I would say, from the Mets against the Angels. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they play coming up against the San Francisco Giants, which we will be covering later today on Mets Mania. Jax is unable to make it, so we're going to have a very new co-host. Jacob may or may not know who it is already, but we're not going to disclose that. But as for the pitching matchups for this weekend for the New York Metropolitans, they are as follows. Clay Holmes versus Logan Webb in game 1. So that's going to be a very tough game for us. But I think we could. Gregory Soto, the Mets, you're lying. Shut up. You're lying. No. Yeah, you're rage baiting. Yeah. You're not getting me, bro. You are just not getting me. I'm not that stupid.
Oh no, he's right. He's right.
Wait. You're
Andy
shitting.
Martino, Wellington, Arcina, and Cameron Foster going back to the who's he on the Orioles these days?
Wait. We gave him what for who?
Wellington, Arcina, and Cameron Foster.
I don't know who any of them are. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is not what I wanted. It's a lefty, but like, for fuck's sake, you can't fucking bitch.
We'll get into the trade later on. We'll get into keep going. We'll get into it later.
That'll be talked about on Mets Mania. For fuck's sake, bro.
He's not horrible.
He sucks, bro. He's terrible. I don't want him. Anyway, moving on.
Is this the actual Andy Martino, the one with the 99.4K followers?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, then it's real.
For fuck's sake, bro. People are actually saying they like this move. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Gregory Soto.
First comment I see on the post is Sleepy woke up.
Sleepy did wake up. I don't know how to feel about this, though. Maybe RJ could talk and Eddie could talk some sense into this because I'm not a huge fan of this move. So that is what we like to call J&J breaking news. We don't get it very often, but when it does happen, it's a pretty cool thing. Moving on, game 2 of the series is going to be David Peterson versus Robbie Ray. David Peterson has just been absolutely phenomenal this season. And then on Sunday, we have at 1 o'clock or 7:10 Sunday Night Baseball. Lovely. That is just absolutely lovely. I might have to do a primetime baseball stream. We'll see. Kodai Senga versus a starter that is TBD. And if I had to guess who it's going to be, my ultimate thought is someone like a Jordan Hicks. He's actually on the Wait. I forgot I got traded. Fuck.
Great shot, JJ.
My bad. Sorry, I've had myself a pretty long night. Hayden Birdsong. If they call him back up. Yeah. I was about to say, like, why the hell am I thinking Jordan Hicks? He just got traded. That's a blunder right there. Yes, Slick, I saw Gregory Soto. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not mad. I'm not happy. I'm not how I was with Paul Blackburn.
I mean, what lefties do the Mets have?
What
lefties do the Mets have? What lefties do the Mets have?
That means that Dickie Lovelady's not coming back. Thank God. By the way, okay, so the pitcher that is going to be throwing for the Giants supposedly is going to be Carson Seymour.
Never heard of him.
Don't know who the hell that is.
Never heard of him, but cool. Good for them.
Moving on.
It'll be a tough series for the Mets, honestly, in my opinion, because Webb and Robbie Ray have both been really solid this year. So
yeah, they are. They got some pretty good guys. The Giants can pitch. Their hitting is incredibly on and off. So moving on to what's going to be the juicy topic of the show, and that is the trade deadline. We're going to cover both teams, starting with, I think, is a much more crucial deadline, the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
I think this is a make or break deal, and I think that there's going to be a lot of jobs on the line. I think that it's going to be between Matt Blake, Brian Cashman, Aaron Boone.
Personally, I don't think
If
Matt
one of
Blake
the,
needs
if
to be on the
maybe
line.
not Matt Blake, but if we're going to talk about stuff like that, it's going to just come down to someone is going to get fired if this deadline is a flop. Period.
Yeah, I totally agree. In my opinion, the Boone haters out there.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. My dad, I'm talking about in particular, will never stop talking about Boone. I don't know why.
Nick
the
Turturro, Brucey from Longest Yard, who is a poor man's Frank the Tank.
The only issue I have with Boone is, the bullpen moves he makes sometimes. Yes, you could say he takes out the pitchers too early. Some could say, he leaves him in for too long at times. My only issue recently I've had with him is that he went to Weaver in the Subway Series and gets McNeil. McNeil hit an absolute swamp donkey. Should have been Efros in my opinion, because I feel like he definitely could have gotten McNeil swinging a couple sinkers or changeups in the other batter's box. But that's just me. That's the only issue I've had with him recently. Obviously he's gotten national televised hate for the All-Star game, which I don't know how they pick the people swinging that swing off. Jonathan Aranda might be the best player on the AL team if we think about it. Just kidding. Nick Turturro is a real fan. He is honest, and what he says is true.
Yeah.
Isn't that the old guy, right? Isn't that the...
That's Brucey from The Longest Yard. It's Brucey's time to shine. That guy.
I think I've seen him before.
Yes.
Yeah. He's awesome. Jake Botch is personally my favorite, but Bingo Bango Bongo. But yeah, for the Yankees deadline, I think the untouchables have to be Lombard and at least Spencer Jones or possibly Rafael Flores. But besides that, go crazy. Actually, one more, don't trade LaGrange either. Don't trade him. Cam Schittler probably could get away with getting rid of. But I want Suarez. That's like the only big move I'm begging for, honestly.
Yeah, so I heard because I saw a rumor yesterday, and I want to get your feedback on it. Apparently, the Yankees are also targeting O'Neal Cruz. I
did see that. I saw that it said the Pirates were going to have to be blown away by the offer.
You would have to give up LaGrange, Schlittler, probably either Volpe or Rice, Lombard, and probably Spencer Jones.
I'm so fine with it. Give Lombard a couple more weeks.
And Spencer Jones. And Spencer Jones. It would be a lot. So
I would not do that personally.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it.
O'Neal Cruz is, in my opinion, just another younger Stanton. It's either a homer or a strikeout. He either hits an absolute donkey or he hits the ball 122 miles an hour into someone's glove. So
yeah,
it's not something crazy special. But
now I'm seeing Freddie Peralta on this graphic for some reason.
I've actually haven't seen that. Haven't seen a rumor about him yet. But
I don't know why the hell he's on here.
I know. I think I've heard his name. I've heard his name a couple times being swerved in a couple talks, but I didn't connect him with the Yankees. But the guy in the right class, he could be. But I think it would be the same thing. It'd be the same thing like O'Neal. You have to give up a lot.
And then, of course, on the left, we've got ourselves the main target of the Yankees. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing his name right. Eugenio Suarez.
I think it's Eugenio, but you're close enough. You're good enough.
I thought it was Eugenio.
Nah, it's
whatever.
You're close enough.
Suarez. The guy that all these Yankee fans are willing to give up their kidneys for, because everybody the Yankees.
He's been an MLB legend his whole career. He
has been an MLB legend.
He's got some crazy home run numbers in his career.
He does, but you're going to need more than just a third baseman. The way I see the Yankees, at least one more starter, two more relievers, a third baseman, and maybe a shortstop.
I mean, the relievers you can come by with probably just getting another Keenan Middleton or something. Shout out Welling for that one.
Shout out Kenyon Middleton and Spencer Howard.
Yeah, shout out Cashman for making those two moves. But yeah, you don't need to go crazy on the relievers. I mean, if a team wants to give up a reliever for relatively cheap, go ahead and grab it. But you don't need to go crazy deal on a reliever.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be pretty well said in terms of, what's going to happen at this deadline, but I think it's definitely more important for the Yankees to have a better deadline than the Mets. Now, granted, let's jump right into how the Mets are looking for their trade deadline.
I mean, they just made a trade.
They have a lot more needs than the Yankees do. They need potentially 2 bullpen arms, a starting pitcher, a center fielder, and many others. Like the Yankees have less holes, but need to be, more of an all-in push than the Mets. The Mets do not have to go all in. Their window has literally just opened up.
Everyone on this graphic is accurate to me, but Chapman. I'm going to be honest.
Chapman, I feel like, is a little bit far-fetched now, especially since we just got Soto. Which, by the way, the Mets now have 2 Sotos on their team, FYI.
Yeah, Soto scored.
But the name that I want of all the players on this graphic is Steven Kwan. I think that Steven Kwan would be a very solid addition to the 9-hole spot, because he'd be playing like that Tyrone Taylor role. He has a very good bat. He plays really, really good defense. And it's just fun to watch out there. And he goes a solid 2 for 3, 3 for 4 every game, because I have him in fantasy baseball, and he's been one of my most consistent hitters for sure. Jarren Duran feels far-fetched. Cedric Mullins, I don't want him. If they were to get Mullins, they probably would have made another deal with the Orioles. And it would have been Mullins and Soto for prospects, and maybe like a not Jet Williams, but guys like that.
Well, I see here Mike Puma, if he's accurate, but he says teams have been asking the Mets about Starling Marte. Do we think that's a good return for him?
Interesting.
Now, I know Marte is like a good leadoff guy, isn't he? Like, he gets on base consistently. Like, he's a good guy to get on base, but maybe the Mets could use him in an outfielder swap, possibly.
I mean, it all depends. Here's the thing. I don't know. I think the only team that I would be okay with Marte, going anywhere. Sorry. I would honestly want him to go to the A's. And that's because I heard the Mets are now interested in Brent Rooker, I was told.
Where are you finding these?
Joel Sherman.
Brent Rooker. Okay.
I'll pull up the tweet right now because I do follow him. Joel Sherman.
For the Yankees, quickly, I've seen that apparently Brendan Donovan is getting.
Yeah, I read something about that earlier today.
Not bad either. He's got some versatility.
I gotta find the tweet about Brent Rooker because I saw this yesterday. It was. Yeah, the new Mets might explore a trade to acquire Brent Rooker, offering a package of prospects that could aid in the A's rebuilding efforts. So that was something that I read the other day. But listen, we can sit here and talk about trade deadline stuff all day we want. Yeah. But we have a lot of other things to dive into. But I do want to say, if you guys are enjoying the trade deadline content now, join me, Jacob, and a bunch of other friends on July 31st for the 3rd annual Empire Sports Media Trade Deadline Watch Party. And no, we are not doing another 6-hour stream. That was idiotic. We don't have the time for that.
That wasn't a horrible idea.
It'll be about 3 hours, I would say. Final 3 hours at the deadline, talking nothing but baseball, maybe doing some other things, but just guys having a good time. But anyway, let's not waste any time. It's time to jump into your favorite segment. It has been a hot minute. There's been a lot of potential candidates for this award, but Lol Cow of the Week is back. Now, there have been a lot of things that have happened in the sports world over the last 8 months, but to stick to tradition, we're staying within the boundaries. This has to have happened within the last 7 days. And this takes us to the gridiron, because there's been a lot of talks about contract holdouts. Myles Garrett got paid. TJ Watt got paid. Garrett Wilson got paid. Micah Parsons has not gotten paid yet. However, there's a much worse situation going on in the NFL. And it goes up to the Midwest. Imagine drafting a kid with your first-round pick. You won't pay him his rookie salary. He's now going back to college
for
another year. Yeah.
Oh,
and now you just lost your first-round pick. You lose your number 1 pick, but you win the dubious honor. Congratulations, Cincinnati Bengals. You are our obvious Lol Cow of the Week. You fumbled Shamar Stewart so badly. Your offense is unbelievable, but your defense is an absolute clown show. I mean, seriously. Al Golden, do you miss us yet? Do you want to come back? We'll clean up your slate. You should have never left in the first place. Cincinnati Bengals are this week's locale of the week. Keep an eye on what's happening in sports and let us know down below who you think could be next week's locale of the week. But moving on to the good stuff. And I might get a little bit of fire from this because I'm not a fan of this team, but I went to Giants training camp yesterday. And I can say I'm not impressed. I'm not thrilled with what I saw. The Giants linebackers continue to not play the ball. They continue to just lose their man in coverage. Jackson Dart threw another interception yesterday. Russell Wilson looked fine, but like
Russell Wilson hasn't looked that bad from what I've seen.
He's short as hell. I'm gonna just say that right now. And I saw.
I mean, yeah.
He's tiny. But the guys that I feel like I want to give a big shout out to were the players, the running backs that were catching passes. Cam Scatterboo and Tyrone Tracy. They had themselves a very solid day at Giants camp. Defensively, it was pretty solid, I can't admit. And I will say I was able to dap up Malik Neighbors and Jackson Dart in the same day. So shout out me in that case. But the UDFAs looked solid. I think Roshan Baker had a pretty good day. Bo Collins looked really good in the receiver drills. And overall, not fully impressed with what I saw, but not a bad day whatsoever from Giants training camp yesterday.
Would you say that the D line was really good?
Oh, D line looked really, really good.
D line is something I'm very excited for. Abdul Carter looks insane.
That's to me is your biggest thing is your defensive line. Abdul Carter looks really good. He was taking pictures with a ton of people. I would just say that right now. And second of all, I do want to say that there was one guy, and by the way, I was wearing a Kenny Phillips jersey to Giants training camp yesterday. There was one guy that was wearing a Philadelphia Eagles Saquon Barkley jersey.
That's an issue.
I agree. I was able to chat it up with John Chandler and Paul Dottino yesterday, or establishing connections and stuff like that, all that good stuff. But unfortunately, not everything from training camp was a positive, especially as we go across the state to Florham Park. We had ourselves a scare yesterday.
Big scare for the Jets.
Talk us through what happened yesterday.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. Supposedly, from what my other Jets friends are saying is that, it was a mistake or an accident. Justin Fields got stepped on. It was apparently Aaron Glenn said it was an O-lineman rookie, so we could be thinking, Armin Membu, any other rookie O-lineman, but, it was a dislocated toe. He actually was back on the field today. Good for him doing drills and everything.
I heard he seemed
looks like he's not missing a step.
He seemed like he wasn't limping. He
looked like he was in it looked as if he didn't even get hurt yesterday, but if this was a serious injury, man, the Jets would be screwed. But some people are saying Tanner McKee could have been the next Jets quarterback if Justin Fields was out long term.
Jesus. Don't they still have Tyrod Taylor?
They do, yes, that is true, they do.
Yeah, I think that it's going to come down to a lot of things with this whole Jets thing. I feel like I like what I saw from Garrett Wilson yesterday. I think he was looking really, really good. I liked what I saw from their defense. I think that Mason Taylor looks really good. I think Azariah Thomas looks solid. I think that the Jets are going to have a lot of good things going into this next week of training camp, but screw them for one reason. That's because all their training camp dates are completely sold out. And unfortunately, the joint practice is a season ticket holder only thing. Because I was trying to go to that Jets-Giants joint practice. Could have been fun,
Well, my friend got tickets. I might get him if he can't go, possibly.
Slide one my way if you can.
Yeah, the issue is I'd have to go with you. My dad won't go.
Fair enough. It is what it is. What can you do? But yeah, so a much shorter episode of J&J than usual. That's because Jacob has himself a train to catch. He's got not. I don't know. Are you taking the train or are you
Yeah,
driving?
yeah,
You're taking
yeah.
the train.
I'm
He's
not
got a
sure.
train to catch. He has a Billy Joel bobblehead to get.
No, Anthony
And
Volpe. That's
it's
tonight.
it's Volpe.
Yeah, it's Billy Joel's like last week.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm an idiot then because I thought it was Billy Joel bobblehead night tonight.
Hey, don't worry. Maybe I'll get you one of those Costanza ones if I go.
Please do. I
We'll see.
need that. I need that so bad. The real hunt is for me finding a David Wright bobblehead. That's gonna be pretty difficult.
They'll do
I'm looking
that. The Mets will do that in the next couple of years.
resale market of $100, by the way.
Oh wait, was there one? Did they do one
Yeah,
recently?
last Sunday there was,
Oh, okay.
but I went to the retirement ceremony, so
That's low key better.
it was better. But yeah, thanks for watching another episode of the J&J Show. We're signing off. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you next
We'll do
week.
this more often. We'll do this
We
more
will
often.
see you next week for real this time. Have a great day.